Всем привет, дорогие друзья, и с вами Витя, и сегодня мы продолжаем исследовать Нью-Вегас. Если вы не спите, и по какой-то нелепой причине вам больше нечего посмотреть, кроме моего стрима, то я горячо приветствую вас, устраивайтесь поудобней, и мы начинаем. Ну, сейчас по-любому Fallout зависнет. Придется его перезапустить, я думаю. Благо я уже присобачился это делать. Это же Нью-Вегас. Действительно, он веснет постоянно и вылетает, и тупит. Ура! Так. Ну да, как всегда. Ничего не меняется. Как всегда, я с перевесом хожу. Это да. Родной, милый сердцу Нью-Вегас. Так, теперь я думаю, чем бы мне обдолбаться, чтобы все это дело пронести. Прошитель, охотничья винтовка. Так. Ладно, пойду еще раз сбагрю кому-нибудь. Вчера как-то бездарно попутешествовал по пустыне. Что-то кого-то поубивал, но ни хрена не сделал. Надо бы по сюжету продвигаться. Винта для рывка, ну да, пивка для рывка. Нет, бафаут у меня есть, но у меня веса до хрена. Сейчас, момент. Посмотрим, до кого дальше-то идти. Ой. Отпусти меня уже. Да, все. Логистически это будет вернее. Вот если бы в компаньонов можно было понапихать всего до хрена. Четверки, например, так можно было. У меня ломка по бафауту. Серьезно? Я в один раз-то съел всего. Слушай, а пес его знает, почему сообщения задерживаются? Так, где-то пулякают уже. Так. Болдер-Сити. Обычно я все такие игры прохожу таким образом. Я сначала бегаю по всем локациям, а потом уже начинаю ходить по квестам. Слушай, не очень много я прошел. Я даже до хаоса не добрался еще. Ну, то есть я знаю, где он, знаю, что туда надо попасть. Но мне что-то так лениво туда идти. Я думаю, что сегодня я туда как раз загляну уже. Надо. Я изначально, когда начинал прохождение, я планировал вести себя как мудила. Но с другой стороны, я вся в жизни так веду, так что надо хоть как-то разнообразить. Кстати,
I've still got guns and ammo. Sure.
ура, свобода от геморроя. Так, что у нас по квестам? Так, ладно. Вот эти квесты мы будем проходить. В макароне.
Welcome back to the program. This is Mr. New Vegas, and I hope I'm not coming on too strong. Here are our top stories. Rumors persist about a super mutant refuge nestled high in the ski lodge to the northwest. If you should find it, do not, repeat, do not belittle a super mutant for taking the bunny slope. Moving on. Traders from California are being turned away from Mojave Outpost where the NCR is concerned about dangers along Nipton Highway and I-15. Promotional consideration for this new program has been paid for by the Ultralux.
Так, с кем-то тут надо побазарить. Пойдем базарить.
You know, sometimes the journey beats the destination. And especially if your spurs go jingle, 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 and you meet
С тобой, я думаю, да?
gals along the way.
На случай влажных переговоров.
What a pointless trip. Here I thought I'd get a shot at that junkie bastard. The lieutenant's been talking to you, hasn't he? Look, I don't need a head doctor. I'm first recon, damn it. You don't see the others crying about every little bruise and scrape, do you? Damn. Never had you pegged for the drill instructor type, but you got my attention. You can tell the lieutenant that I finally caved. I'll get help. There's a Dr. Usanagi who's supposed to be good at this sort of thing. Thanks for your help with Usanagi and all, but I still like him tall, blonde, and female.
Ну и ладно. Не очень-то и хотелось.
Yeah, try not to get killed.
I heard you killed driver Nafai. My team would have liked to get a shot at him, but we're still glad he's dead. I caught the tail end of what she said to her. Betsy looked like she'd been slapped right back into basic for a few seconds. Until Betsy's sister. Telling her, don't keep seeing Usanagi if she feels things are taking too long. Do me a favor and let Usanagi know Corporal Betsy is coming. I'd like to make sure the medical clinic has time for her. Carry on. Hello?
Hello, hello. Так, тут еще одно задание. Капитан Кертис. Маленький паршивец.
Let me guess. You got work for me, right? Well, you're too late. I just quit the bounty trade. As soon as I pick up some caps that Daughtry owes me, I'm out of this scrapyard. Well, shit. Feel free to stick a knife in the old ego. Thought I made a name for myself around here. Guess that's as good a reason as any to quit this stinking trade. No glory. No easy money, no women, and no glory. Shit. I'd settle just for the women. Because I killed a couple of marks for him, that's why. You ever hear of Jackson? Or Night Terror? Damn right they were. They were good, too. Till I popped a couple shells in their assholes. Bang. Dead. Finished. Over. See, somebody gives me a job, I do it. Maybe I complain a little here and there, but my shit gets done. Oh, shit, I don't know. Gotta be at least a month. Longer than I last in most jobs. Oh, yeah. A lot. Like before I was a bounty hunter, I worked as a caravan guard. You'd think that was a cakewalk, right? Wrong. Crazy bastards expected me to wake up at dawn. Forget it. It's about 2 hours after this guy hits the sack. And I need at least 10, 12 hours of sleep to do my job. Price of excellence. Well, hey, field's wide open now that I'm gone. Probably lots of people looking to get in once they hear I quit. Simple. Gonna make myself some easy money. I got a plan. Once I get my cash from Daughtry, I'm going to head on over to Gomorrah and win big at cards. There's not as many people playing at Gomorrah, so that means I've got better odds of winning big. I got this figured out. See, I thought the bounty hunting trade would be easy money, but it turns out it's hard work, so screw it. Also, I ran into this Mark who was a little too tough for me. I mean, I could have taken him. But with this guy, might have cost me some bad burns or an ass rape. I'm all for risking my life, but I'm a little sensitive about my asshole. Hey, yeah. Next time you see me, maybe I'll be rolling in a shitload of caps, right?
You never know.
Он меня двинул, что ли? Чертила. Так, с кем-то тут надо поговорить.
What is it? Nice to meet you. I'm Curtis. Smart man. I could use somebody who can operate under the radar around here. Whoever our mole is, he's been slippery. Whenever one of the MPs gets too close, he changes his habits. Our last lead went cold weeks ago. You want my advice? Start by talking to people with a lot of eyes in the field. People like Lieutenant Boyd or Sergeant Contreras, maybe. Careful with Contreras, though. He's not above suspicion himself. Keep me apprised of any leads you get. This guy's gotten a lot of my men killed. I'm just itching to return the favor. Well, I'll leave that to you. But I would recommend Lieutenant Boyd and Sergeant Contreras as two people who usually know what's going on around here. Officially, I'm in charge of Bravo Company. But since General Oliver has Bravo and most of our forces here garrisoned, I'm free to do other things. So I work with Colonel Shu on logistics, patrols, supply lines, reinforcements, that sort of thing. Lately, it's been less about that, and more about figuring out how that information is getting leaked to raiders. It's a big base with a lot of unhappy soldiers. They get stir crazy. Hard to separate the malcontents from the actual culprit. Later.
Ну, пока. Так. Так, с кем тут побазарить-то надо?
Welcome back to the program. This is Mr. New Vegas, and I hope I'm not coming on too.
Ой, тут склад есть. Мать-перемать.
Top stories. Citizens of Outer Vegas are flocking to the strip and drove.
You look like someone in need of a reliable supplier.
And the raiders known as the Fiends.
Take your pick.
Four passports are saying
Вот с кем торговать. Бляха-муха. Ух ты ж.
NCR officials at Camp McCarran were relieved
Так.
technical difficulties with its monorail line to the New Vegas Strip proved easy to fix. One anonymous official told us a serious mechanical failure
Пу-пу-пу. Надо брать.
in the train and the scarcity of the replacement parts.
Дай сюда.
You know, they say that no news is good news, but I think my program would be awfully dull if that were the case. Yes, baby.
Снайперка. Снайперка, снайперка, снайперка. Да нахрен она мне нужна? А вот это я возьму у тебя.
Something's gotta give.
И вот это возьму. Угу. Так, хорошо, принять.
Thanks. Are you implying I have some kind of secret under the table stash I only offer to certain clients? Because that could get a man in trouble. Now you're talking my language. I do have an expanded inventory for people I can trust. If you're willing to do a little legwork for me, I could give you access to my stash, and at a discount. Many of these items aren't available in the NCR, and you'll be hard-pressed to find them at a better price anywhere else. Well, I can't exactly go wandering off the base whenever I want, you know. They're already suspicious. I can hear the MPs now. Gee, Contreras, I didn't know you had so many friends in the gun runners. Speaking of which, guess your first stop. You're just passing a little note to a man named Isaac for me. I want to know which girl he likes. Great, let me know what he says. They're almost a straight shot north from here, up past the sharecroppers. The gun runners are almost straight north of here, a little east. Isaac has a house in their compound. You mean other than some stranger with no military ID interrogating me inside our base? Did Boyd put you up to this? I'm so sick of this harassment. You tell her to stop wasting my time with this bullshit. No, I haven't seen anything suspicious. It's been business as usual.
Ладно, ладно, пока. Так.
Welcome back to the Mr. New Vegas show. The show with, in my opinion, which I respect, the best looking audience around. Somebody prove me wrong? If you like news, you're gonna love our next segment. The death toll, which I respect, the best looking audience around. Somebody prove me wrong? If you like news, you're gonna love our next segment. The death toll, which I respect, the best looking audience around. Somebody prove me wrong? If you like news, you're gonna love our next segment. The death
Там, по-моему, лимит на крышке стоит, который можно украсть.
audience around. Somebody prove me wrong? If you like news, you're gonna love our next segment. The death toll continues to climb around Camp Forlorn Hope.
Я еще пару раз попробую.
Which I respect,
Вдруг на удачу. Хорошо, хорошо, все, не парься. Ну, еще разочек. Нет. Короче, бабки его у меня. Фу, наоборот. Мои бабки у него. Так. Так. Боевая броня, боевой шлем. Как же она, блядь, убого выглядит, а? Ой, стоп. Сейчас я тебе что-нибудь скину. Так.
So you're back. Take your... Thanks. Later.
Бабе.
Fine by me.
Что-нибудь могу сделать? Ладно, надо до хрена прокачивать. Кстати, стоп. По идее, у него должно быть поменьше баблишка. Ух ты. Я знаю, что я буду сейчас делать. Так. Ах ты козел. Ну да, наверное, у меня все-таки это скилла не хватает на карманной краже. Когда-нибудь я тебя обчищу, обещаю. Дело принципу. Так. О, придумал. Нет, ладно. Не хочет. Не хочет отдавать по-хорошему. Значит, будем по-плохому. Так, ладно, стоп. Лагерь макарон. Ящик. Так. Continue ед. На ед заканчивается, значит. Так, погнали. Раз. Тихо. Fortified. Forbidden, значит, было. Так, давай. Повер. Вот, кстати, еще что хотел. Ага, можно. Отлично. Так, а что это за гнилой домик вообще? Опачки, тут какие-то самолетики стоят. Так.
Wish I had a first recon guy looking after me. Hey, can't you see I'm busy here? Nah, I'm just kidding. This has to be the most worthless patrol duty on the whole base. They never attack this gate. They just put me back here because they don't think I can handle anything else. Catch you later.
Зачем я с тобой вообще об этом говорил-то? Это был самый бесполезный разговор. Нет. Гранатометный. Ух ты. Дверь. Bases. Бринг. Бринг. Бр точно нет. Баунс.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mr. New Vegas. Thank you very, very much for listening. Well, you know what that means, folks. Time for some news. Rumors persist about a super mutant refuge nestled high in the ski lodge to the northwest. If you should find it, do not, repeat, do not belittle a super mutant for taking the bunny slope. One more story for you. Word out of
Так,
Camp
чувствую,
Gold
сейчас
is that many
пролафлю.
LCR Rangers can expect redeployment in the near future. One anonymous soldier said
Да,
it was part of a new strategy.
вафля.
This program was brought to you by Gamora. Gamora. It'll be our secret. Hey, New Vegas, have you ever said you love someone when it wasn't quite true? Sure you have, but you shouldn't.
Трик.
It's a sin to tell a lie.
Фр. Интересно. Через 6 минут вышел, тут через 3 минуты вышло. Там. Выход, выход. Я тебя понял. Тут нужен ключик. Так, есть тут еще какие-нибудь отдельные места? Гаражная дверь, терминал. Чё?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. New Vegas here. You're all so great, and we're gonna keep you listening all day.
Это...
Here are our top stories. A package courier found shot in the head near Good Springs has reportedly regained consciousness and made a full
Ну,
recovery.
полоса препятствий, глядите-ка.
Delivery service you can count on. Also, scavengers report hulking individuals moving around Hidden Valley after dusk, but have been unable to identify them due to low visibility. Today's headlines were brought to you by Prem. Prem, the other New Vegas. Ladies and gentlemen, this next song goes out from me to you.
To the town of Aprile rode a stranger one fine day. Hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't have too much to say. No one dared to ask his business, no one dared to make a slip. The stranger there among them had a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. It was early in the morning when he rode into the town. He came riding from the south side, slowly looking all around. He's an outlaw, loose and running, came the whisper from each lip. And he's here to do some business with a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. In this town there lived an outlaw by the name of Texas Red. Many men had tried to take him, and that many men were dead.
Так, с кем-то еще надо поговорить.
And
наверху.
Now the stranger started talking, made it plain to folks around. Was in Arizona, Ranger wouldn't be too long in town.
You got something to say, or do you always look like that?
Taken out,
You're back.
alive or maybe dead. And he said it didn't matter, he was after Texas Red. After
Now, what
Texas
kind of
Red.
MP would I be if I didn't notice anything suspicious? I've had soldiers go AWOL, break-ins, thefts, you name it.
К кражам я не причастен, честное слово. И ко взломам тоже.
Well, there's Anders. He's a ranger. That one's not suspicious so much as worrisome. He left on a dangerous assignment. Colonel Shu sent him out. Now I think he feels guilty not having any way to check up on him. I don't know him very well myself. I seem to remember that he was the man to call on if you needed someone to get in and get out quietly. Colonel Shu would really be the person to talk to. Maybe break-in isn't the right word. We didn't find signs of forced entry, but I've had reports of someone sneaking into the control tower at night. It's probably just a meeting spot for a steamy military base love affair. Kids today. But it bothers me that they didn't break in. It means they have an access code. Most soldiers around the base don't have that. Sure, if you want to investigate. It's not like there's anything to steal up there, just a bunch of old communications equipment. If you can find out any more, I'd be interested to hear it. There's something about this I really don't like. And if I weren't tied up here, I'd be staking it out personally. Not the kind of things you like to see go missing. No witnesses yet. I've got my money on Sergeant Contreras, who's supposed to be in charge of distribution, the little weasel. But he's too slick to let anyone catch him doing it. We've searched his possessions a dozen times. Nothing. Good. The more guns you can recover, the more I'll be able to use to shoot Contreras for being inept. Yep. See you around.
Естественно, я не буду его сдавать, потому что наверняка какие-нибудь ништяки от него можно получить. Так, стало быть, давай-ка вот этих вот ребяток оставим здесь. Жди здесь. Так. Боун. Иди сюда, ты тоже стой тут.
I'll sit.
Так, что у меня по времени? По времени 7 вечера. Вот как-то так, наверное. Сорян. Так, теперь весь вопрос в следующем. Сейчас у нас 12. Ключик.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to me, Mr. New Vegas, and
Так, сейчас, погодите.
extraordinarily beautiful right now. Here are our top stories.
Не хочу я тратить стелсбой на это дело. Ох, ёптить. Ну, отсюда начнем, ладно. Неважно.
You got something to say, or do you always look like that? You're back. Now, what kind of MP would I be if I didn't notice anything suspicious? I've had soldiers go AWOL, break-ins, thefts, you name it. Well, there's Anders. He's a ranger. That one's not suspicious so much as worrisome. He left on a dangerous assignment. Colonel Shu sent him out. Now I think he feels guilty not having any way to check up on him. I don't know him very well myself. I seem to remember that he was the man to call on if you needed someone to get in and get out quietly. Colonel Shu would really be the person to talk to. Maybe break-in isn't the right word. We didn't find signs of forced entry, but I've had reports of someone sneaking into the control tower at night. It's probably just a meeting spot for a steamy military-based love affair. Kids today. But it bothers me that they didn't break in. It means they have an access code. Most soldiers around the base don't have that. Sure, if you want to investigate. It's not like there's anything to steal up there. Just a bunch of old communications equipment. If you can find out any more, I'd be interested to hear it. There's something about this I really don't like. And if I weren't tied up here, I'd be staking it out personally. Not the kind of things you like to see. No witnesses yet. I've got my money on Sergeant Contreras, who's supposed to be in charge of distribution, the little weasel. But he's too slick to let anyone catch him doing it. We've searched his possessions a dozen times. Nothing. Good. The more guns you can recover, the more I'll be able to use to shoot Contreras for being inept. Yep. See you around.
Так, дружочки, вставайте в кружок. Я вам сейчас буду говорить напутственные слова. смысле меня обнаружили?
extraordinarily beautiful right now. Well, you know what that means, folks. Time for some news. A hostage crisis between the NCR and the Great Khans was resolved peacefully when a third-party negotiator successfully secured the hostages' release.
Afternoon patrol enters
Also
Fiend
in the
territory at
headlines,
1300. Have
Traders
in mind
from
that stretch.
California are being turned away from Mojave Outpost where the NCR
Roger,
is
Lupa.
concerned about dangers along Nipton Highway and
Charges are
I-15.
set. Detonation will occur
Promotional
as the train leaves
consideration
the
for
station.
this news
Over.
program has been paid for by
Couple
the
minutes. Over.
Ultralux. The Ultralux. Live life
10-4.
in the lap of luxury. And now, I'd like to play one of my very favorite songs for you.
Something I can do for you? We're all impressed with the work you've done for us. Thought you might be able to make use of this. It's a key to a little hideaway south of here. We've used it as a place for rangers to rest and resupply. I thought you might get good use out of it. No? What happened? Curtis? He's been in the NCR long before our conflict with the Legion. There's just no way. I hope you're mistaken, but somehow I don't think so. It'd explain a lot. This is much worse than anyone expected. There could be others, too. You've done everything that was asked of you. You have my personal thanks for this. And I'll make sure you receive the credit you deserve. I'll have Curtis taken into custody. If he lets himself be taken alive, that is. Bye.
What if you go? What if you stay?
Так, квест готов.
What if you're cruel? You can be kind. I know. There was never a man like my Johnny. Like the one they call.
Так, что мы дальше будем делать?
I've got your back.
One fine day, hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't have too much to say. No one dared to ask his business, no one dared to make a slip. The stranger there among them had a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. It was early in the morning when he rode into the town. He came riding from the south side, slowly looking all around. He's an outlaw, loose and running, came the whisper from each lip. And he's here to do some business with the big iron
Hey there,
on his hip.
you looking?
Big iron on his hip.
Ken?
In this town there lived an outlaw by the name of Texas Red. Many men had tried to take him, and that many men were dead. He was vicious and a killer, though a youth of 24, and the notches on his pistol numbered 1 in 19 more. 1 in 19 more. Now the stranger started talking, made it plain to folks around. Was in Arizona,
See ya.
stranger wouldn't be too long in town. He came here to take an outlaw back alive or maybe dead. And he said it didn't matter, he was after Texas Red. After Texas Red. Wasn't long before the story was relayed to Texas Red. But he was after Texas Red. After Texas Red. Wasn't long before the story was relayed to Texas Red. He was after Texas Red. After Texas Red.
Да что ж это такое? Гнида. Угу.
All mine. Eat this.
Чё? Ты застрелил корову? Ну ладно. Я как бы не против. Ну сейчас бы коров убивать. Ой, да иди ты нафиг, Бум. Не дать патроны. Ох, как мне повезло-то, а. С другой стороны, все равно иду сейчас в клинику. Да что ты творишь-то? Ты зачем убиваешь бедных животных? Так, ладно. Это все весело, конечно. Так, надо укольнуться. Буду еще лечиться неистово просто. Медицинская клиника Нью-Вегаса. Так, ты охранник, я понял тебя. Ты тоже охранник. А ты доктор-врач.
qualified physician and can fix whatever is wrong with you for a reasonable fee. If you've got the caps, I've also got several implants available to enhance your physical attributes.
Так. Сначала...
Mental trauma can be just as debilitating as physical injuries.
Первым делом самолет,
I'm
короче.
well qualified in such treatment. I'll make time in my schedule. Your injuries aren't too severe. All right.
Так, доктор Суши.
You're back. It'll... All right. You... All right. I have several basic implants available that can I've also got two much more expensive implants. One's a subdermal implant to make you more resistant to disc. The other implant induces a mild regenerative effect. Your wounds will practically heal before your eyes. One other thing I forgot to mention. Your body may be able to handle only a limited number of implants. The healthier you are, the more implants I'll be able to give you.
Так, ловкость, удача. Удача, удача.
That would be the Nemean subdermal armor. It's a bit pricey, 8,000 caps, but the implant causes your skin cells to be bolstered with iron. It won't make you bulletproof, but it will make you a little harder to injure.
Так, давай дальше посмотрим, какие еще у тебя
Which
есть.
surgery option are you considering? That's the Phoenix monocyte breeder. The implant speeds up cell The implant is very expensive, however. 12,000 caps. Very well.
Так, хорошо.
Which surgery option are you considering?
Я хочу стать сильнее или удачливее? Вот вопрос. Умнее точно нет. Я и так самый умный. Силу. Силушку, силушку, силушку. Так, сейчас момент. Так, сейчас посмотрим. Так, забудь.
Because you're a friend of the followers, I can give you a bit of a discount.
Люди общения берем. Чиним сами берем. Берем. Журнальчики нужны.
Take care.
Так, теперь давай смотреть. Что у меня по статам? У меня 6. Угу. Серьезное истощение. Можно я съем у тебя что-нибудь? Нет? Нельзя? Жаль. Что мне сейчас со статами? Так, ну реген, и это я сделаю точно. Нет, я скорее всего сделаю себе. Ладно, сейчас, короче, что-нибудь. Хрен. Нет, пока не буду ничего делать. Все, буду копить. Угу. Так, дальше что у меня по задачкам? Просто стали хочет изучить. Короче, сейчас я сделаю еще одну вещь, которую должен был бы сделать. Наверное, давно уже. О, да. О, да. Обожаю. Чё началось-то? Ку-ку-ку-ку. Ну, давайте в 4 тогда погоняем. Ладно, шучу. Сейчас тут синк происходит, походу. Погнали. Так. Все, мы идем на стрип. Это стрип, детка.
Go on through, soldier.
Вот так же хорошо, правда? Вольно. Братишки.
This is Mr. New Vegas fanning the flames of your passion. And now the news.
I bet it feels real nice to be carrying those weapons around on the strip. That damn Mr. House has forbid any NCR military personnel from carrying any sort of firearms on the strip. Well, except for Captain Pappas. Mr. House still doesn't trust the NCR. A word of advice. The Securitrons won't put up with any funny stuff out there, so don't do anything stupid. This your first time on the strip? Well, it's time to pop your Vegas cherry, friend. I'm sure you'll have a blast.
Нет, оставь эту девственность мне, пожалуйста.
I can give you a bit more information about the various casinos if you're not sure on where to get started. Well, there's the Lucky 38, Ultra Lux, Gamora, and the Tops. Which one do you want to know about? The Ultra Lux is the nicest casino on the strip. Real high-end, extravagant, and expensive. Best you have a lot of caps if you want to go there. Gamora is the favorite of the NCR troops on the strip. If you like girls, alcohol, gambling, and drugs, then Gamora is just the place for you. The Tops is the cool place to be right now. Lots of entertainment and shows going on there as well as the gambling. If you want to catch a show and have a few drinks, you should definitely hit up the Aces Theater in the Tops. Don't know much about it, to tell the truth. That's where Mr. House and his Securitrons are set up, and no one's been in there as long as people can remember. Probably best that you just ignore it. Ask away. Well, there's Vault 21 and the NCR Embassy. Both places are located on the south side of the strip. Vault 21 is a small hotel and gift shop. It's not as nice as the casinos, but it's a whole hell of a lot cheaper. The NCR Embassy is the headquarters for the NCR on the strip. The ambassador and his offices are there as well as the MP headquarters.
Давай, до свидули.
Hello?
То есть вы, ребятки, штабные, да? Я правильно понимаю? Так, это тубзики.
Howdy, partner. You've come for a piece, haven't you? Welcome to New Vegas. Consider me your personal welcome wagon. Now hear this. The head honcho of New Vegas, Mr. House, is itching to make your acquaintance. Just head for the Lucky 38. It's the big old tower shaped like a roulette spinner. Well, now, it was Mr. House that made Securitrons like me. Seems the least I can do is pass on his message. Don't dawdle. He'll be waiting.
Please, do not stand in the fountains.
Ух ты.
Howdy, son. How can I help you? But make it quick. Goddamn heat's worse in this town than in the middle of a Brahmin herd at noon. Darn far it is, our ranch. Ethel would be happy to yap about that. I got more important things in mind, kid. Bighorn is my trade since I was a young'un. I confess, it's hard living these days, kid. The wasteland ain't the same anymore.
Так, ладно, сейчас стоп.
Howdy, partner. You've come for a piece, haven't you? Welcome to New Vegas. Sorry, Rambler. I know you're fixing to serve up some vengeance, but I'm gonna have to point you to the Lucky 38 first. Mr. House, the head honcho of New Vegas, is itching to make your acquaintance. He'll help you serve that cold dish of yours extra chilly. Well, now, it was Mr. House that made Securitrons like me. Seems the least I can do is pass on his message. Don't dawdle. He'll be waiting.
Че, все в дюпелину?
Fountain is for wishes, ladies.
Who wants to swim? Water's fine.
Please remove your bra from the bottom of the fountain. And gather your clothes and belongings. Ladies, please disperse.
Come on, big man. Roll up in
All right,
here.
ladies, show's over. All right, girls, show's over.
Uh-oh!
Wanna dance?
It's
Think
the
of more.
law, girls.
Are you going to spank us? I so love handcuffs. Hello, Sparky.
All right, enough fun for tonight.
The fountain is a restricted area.
Hello.
Even room service has an unlisted number. What? I hear James Garrett drove 5,000 head of Brahmin to New Reno. No bodies, just the heads.
Who would have thought a place like this would exist?
talking about the gamma radiation. This just in. Merchants are saying that there's been little contact between traders from Nipton in recent days, causing concerns that the isolated town may be in trouble. In addition, rumors persist about a super mutant refuge nestled high in the ski lodge to the northwest. If you should find it, do not, repeat, do not belittle a super mutant for taking the bunny slope. These headlines were brought to you by Vault 21. Vault 21. Everything's better when you experience it in a vault. In New Vegas, we know the pain that numbers can bring us. Well, so does Guy Mitchell, who's got heartaches by the number.
Hey, come on, pal. I'm trying to put on a show here. You're welcome. All right, then make it snappy, kid. This isn't exactly a lucrative career enterprise here. The name's Knight, Billy Knight. And this here's what a lifelong career in comedy will get you. Oi. That's exactly my point, kid. Exactly my point! If you believe my mother since she first laid eyes on me, first thing she said was, boy, that's a funny-looking kid. I guess I got a face only a mother could love, because no one else would give me the time of day. Hey, maybe you can help me. See, I can never tell when it's lunchtime. Hey now, come on. I prefer the term outdoor entertainment bonanza. Besides, have you seen the caps whores make in this town? I should be so lucky. Sure, later.
Ну, так себе юмор у него, если честно. Ну и шлюхи-то такие себе. Ладно, идем к доктору Хаусу.
Well, howdy, partner. Good to see you again. Boss is waiting for you upstairs, so get a move on. I see you brought some friends. Sorry, partner, but they're gonna have to stay outside. Come back soon now.
Ёксель-моксель, меня впустили. Так.
It's me again, Mr. New Vegas, reminding you that you're nobody till somebody loves you, and that somebody is me. I love you.
Ладно, нехорошо шариться.
Coming your way right now. Enjoy your time. The ultra-lux are questioning whether its pricey restaurant, the Gourmand, is overstating the fullness of its wait list. Those who claim to have dined at the restaurant find food appealing, but say
Ой,
many
прошу
tables
прощения.
remain empty. Moving on.
Where to, partner?
Continues to fortify its position in Nelson, where it remains a constant concern for Camp Forlorn Hope and the nearby town of Novak.
Ух ты.
Well, that's all I have for you.
Well, hello, sugar. Mr. House is waiting for you in his office. I'm Jane, one of Mr. House's girls. We keep him entertained. We don't get many guests lately. Perhaps we can entertain you as well.
Я хочу спросить, а он тыкает в тебя свой USB? Так. Хорошо, давай.
Oh, there's lots of things to tell, I'm sure. There's the three families, the casinos, the other attractions. What would you like to know? They're just new money, sugar. They might pretend they're sophisticated, but between you and me, they're not far off from tribals. Emeritus especially are just awful brutes. the chairman and the White Glove Society at least pretend to have some culture. Well, of course, there used to be a lot more of them. But these days, there are 3 open to the public. The Tops, the Ultra Lukes, and Gamora. And the Lucky 38, of course. But we're not open to the public. You're a special case, Sugar. Well, let's see. The NCR has an embassy here, but why you'd want to go talk to a bunch of boring old politicians, I surely don't know. Oh, and the Vault 21 Hotel and Gift Shop has an adorable collection of old Vault-Tec memorabilia. And I suppose if you like neon signs, you might check out Michelangelo's sign shop. Anything you like, Sugar? Why, Sugar? He's the maximum utmost. If it weren't for Mr. House, we wouldn't have this fabulous wonderland of New Vegas, would we? Well, of course I am, silly. Mr. House is just the smartest, most wonderful man there ever was. Why, did you know he single-handedly reclaimed New Vegas from all those nasty tribes that used to live here? Well, he single-handedly sent in his Securitrons to do it, but that counts in my book. Sugar, I may be a robot on the outside, but on the inside, my neurocomputational matrix is an exact copy of Mr. House's favorite girl. Mr. House has a lot of needs, Sugar. I take care of all of them, and a lady doesn't kiss and tell. Then maybe you shouldn't pry into a lady's particulars. Mm-hmm. Anything you like, Sugar? This is the Lucky 38 Resort and Casino, or it used to be. Mr. House has kept the place locked up tight for ages now. Nobody comes in or out. Why, I'm a Robco PDQ 88B Mark I Securitron, you silly goose. We're the finest in personal civil robotic security on the market. Not many people know this, but Mr. House is one of the world's biggest collectors of antique snow globes. If you happen to find any out in the wasteland, you can bring them to me, and I'll add them to his collection. You'll get a reward, of course. In fact, one of Mr. House's favorites went missing when we moved the collection. If you have a look around the Lucky 38, you might even find it. You do? Why, that's just wonderful. I'll take it and put it with the rest of the collection.
Так.
Be advised, visitors will be held responsible for the behavior of any robots accompanying them.
Так, протектроны, ла-ла-ла, тут делать нечего, я так понимаю. А, вот он ты где.
This meeting has been a long time coming, hasn't it? You've come a long ways, literally, and, I suspect, figuratively as well. I have to ask, now that you've reached your destination, what do you make of what you see? A crude question, crudely asked. I'll be happy to satisfy your rambunctious curiosity at a more appropriate moment. But now, I'll repeat my question. What do you make of what you've seen?
Most are calling the static
Of course you haven't. Vegas always was one of a kind. What you see down on the strip is just a fraction of the city's former glory, and yet more than an echo. I preserved its spirit. Or perhaps you were referring to the Lucky 38? The years haven't been kind to her, but still she manages to impress. Oh, don't be coy. You've been playing a high-stakes game ever since Victor dug you out of the ground. Don't be afraid to admit it. The business is this. One of my employees has stolen an item of extraordinary value from me, and I want it recovered. Simple enough. My only concern is the recovery of the platinum chip. What happens to Benny, I leave to your discretion. When you bring the chip to me, I will pay you 4 times the delivery bonus stipulated in your contract. How's that? What did you wish to know? It won't be easy. Benny is always surrounded by at least 4 bodyguards, except when he's in his private suite on the 13th floor of the Tops. It's more complicated than that. The chairmen share what you might call a tribal affinity. Look for a man named Swank, Benny's second-in-command. He's always been a reliable, if unimaginative, employee. Do your best to convince him that you're working under my auspices. If you have evidence of Benny's crimes, show it to him. By contract, Securitrons are to enter the casinos only when invited by the 3 families, or if other extraordinary circumstances arise. The moment I send one into the Tops, Benny will know I'm on to him. If you were to approach Benny in public, you might be able to leverage his fear of exposure to make him agree to meet with you in private. Sneaking into Benny's suite on the 13th floor would be very difficult, but not impossible. There might be guards. Certainly there'd be a sturdy lock on his front door. What else did you want to know? Benny has led the chairman ever since I recruited his tribe 7 years ago. Until his recent misbehavior, I'd planned to make him my protege. Maybe if I'd begun grooming him sooner, none of this would have happened. To achieve my aims, I require a capable human agent to perform certain tasks. I knew Benny was ambitious, even ruthless, but I believed he would do the job so long as he was incentivized appropriately. Obviously, I miscalculated his drive for supremacy, but in any case, you've come along, a more than suitable replacement. I have to think that he found out about the platinum chip and mistakenly convinced himself that he could use it to his own ends. One of the problems of a tribal workforce, I'm afraid. No intuitive understanding of how complex technologies can be. Why didn't Victor intervene sooner, you mean? Good Springs is a bit too far away for me to reliably control a Securitron agent by remote. I can send and receive packets of data at best. Victor's combat algorithms determined the proper course of action. Benny and his thugs were more than a match for a lone Securitron. When he alerted me, I instructed him to approach the site after Benny and the others had departed.
Ясно, понятно.
What else did you want to know? It's a very special item. There's nothing else like it in the entire world. It was lost a long time and difficult to find. That's all you need to know about it for this stage of our enterprise. Fulfill your contract, deliver the chip, and good things will come your way. You might keep an eye out for any computers that Benny's been using. Maybe even a computer lab of some sort. You realize you were just one of many couriers. The rest of them, dummies, so to speak. Add to that many thousands of caps worth of mercenary protection to screen your avenue of approach. Had I used an armed caravan to transport the chip, I might as well have been announcing to the world, this is important, attack this. I didn't want to attract the attention of groups like the Great Khans or the Brotherhood of Steel. Alas, the real threat was closer to home. Frontal assaults on casinos, not good for business. In any case, Benny would see it coming, and all he'd have to do is hold the chip up and point a pistol at it. Our foremost advantage is that Benny doesn't know that I know he has the chip. Let's not squander it. That's simply not true. I am the only person to hold any rights pertaining to the chip. I designed it, and I paid for it, dearly. To develop that chip, I spent a sum of US dollars. Not the bottle caps that pass as currency these days, but a sum beyond counting. For decades, I paid salvagers to comb the ruins for it. And when it was finally discovered, tens of thousands of caps spent to have it brought here. We know how that turned out. Complete your contract, and it will be the last time I pay for the chip. Save your questions for then.
Ну ладно. Хорошо.
What else did you want to know?
Так.
I am Robert Edwin House, President, CEO, and sole proprietor of the New Vegas Strip. I oversaw the city's renovations starting from 2274 onward. The three families are my employees. Before the Great War of 2077, I was the founder, president, and CEO of Robco Industries, a vast computer and robotics corporation.
Вот оно.
Don't let the video screens and computer terminals fool you. I'm flesh and blood, not silicon. Let's just say it was very costly. But I was willing to make the sacrifices longevity entailed, financial and otherwise. We can discuss this in greater detail at another time. Suffice it to say that when my Securitrons detected NCR scouts at Hoover Dam, I took action. I recruited a tribal force to supplement my Securitrons and renovated the Strip just in time to welcome the NCR as it marched into the region. Instead of war, a treaty was negotiated, and the money started to pour in. What else did you want to know? It's understandable that you'd be curious about this topic, but we'll hold off until the platinum chip has been recovered. What else did you want to know? Have you considered the terms of my offer? There's little else for us to discuss until you have. Well enough. Return to me when you have the platinum chip in your possession. Any final matters for us to discuss? Until then. What is the purpose of this delay? Please focus on the task.
Ладно. Кое-что хочу сейчас провернуть.
What is the purpose of this delay? What? Before...
Ах, ты ж зараза. Ну ладно. По барабану уже.
Congratulations, partner. The boss has instructed me to comp you to the high roller suite. You can bring your friends too. Be like a little clubhouse for the gang you put together. Just bear in mind, you're the only one gets to see the boss. Any friends you got, they can wait in the suite. Enjoy the digs, partner. They're plenty fancy.
The influx of displaced residents to the
Ну, давайте посмотрим, что у нас есть в президентском люксе.
has caused a strain on rations there.
Ух ты ж.
Our officials are asking for donations. That's all for now. This is Mr. New Vegas. I'm just no
Так.
Have you ever been in love with a celebrity? Now come on, you don't have to be high. I feel it between us two. Sometimes you can't help being mad about the boy.
Я желаю улучшить, но как я это сделаю, если ты не работаешь по-человечески? Хочу поиграть в ПК. Так. Опять сегодня. Отлично. Шляпка. Выйти. Камера. Как все чистенько. Готовить нельзя ничего. Так. Бинокль есть у меня уже. Денатурат, скотч. Так. Тут еще спальные места.
Welcome back to the program. This is Mr. New Vegas, and I hope I'm not coming on too strong. Whoops, better put on my newsman fedora here. Caesar's Legion continues to fortify its position in Nelson, where it remains a constant concern for Camp Forlorn Hope and the nearby town of Novak. Also in the headlines, merchants are saying that there's been little contact
Давайте поедим, попьем.
in recent days, causing concerns that the isolated town may be in trouble. You know they say that no news is good news, but I think my program would be awfully dull if that were the case. And now, I'd like to play one of my very favorite songs for you.
Надо поспать. Так.
Where to, partner?
Казино. Тут больше делать нечего. Видимо, кто-то пытался прорваться с боем.
Hey, you there. I have a message for you. It's from Ambassador Crocker. Very important. Here you go.
Да, я видел, что ты зашел в казино, а что там делалось?
got your back.
I got your back.
Where to, partner?
Люкс. Блюксец. Так, значит...
Fine by me.
Прости, Бун.
Fine by me.
Как-то не очень. Сейчас один момент. Будет сейчас очень неприятно. Так, сейчас момент еще. А как же это бесит, а? Все, отлично. Я прошу прощения за это, меня просто осознал, что клацание мышки вас будет раздражать.
The fates have in store from their vast, mysterious sky. I'll try hard, ignoring those lips I adore.
Во, наконец-то. Выскочила. Так, тут у меня вроде как... Это вот это отдаем.
It's me again, Mr. New Vegas, reminding you that you're nobody till somebody loves you, and that somebody is me. I love you. It's just about time to get you some news. Prim formally sworn a new sheriff today.
Во.
RNV reporters were on hand to hear the new sheriff address the crowd.
People of Prim, the NCR wishes to inform you that you are under their jurisdiction now. And from now on, you're going to be living by our rules.
Also, a hostage crisis between the NCR and the Great Cause was resolved peacefully when a third-party negotiator successfully secured the hostage's release. Stay classy, New Vegas. In New Vegas, we know the pain that numbers can bring us. Well, so does Guy Mitchell, who's got heartaches by the number.
Ура! Всё.
High roller suite. Casino floor.
Так, а если я уволю сейчас пауков? Да. Ой, они все вернулись в Прим, в Новак. Почему они не могут ждать меня? Ну ладно. Ой, шутник. Так, костюмчики. Ну куда ты, как быдло какое-то? Во. Совсем другое дело.
Howdy, son. How can I help you? But make it quick. Goddamn heat's worse in this town than in the middle of a Brahmin herd at noon. Sharp eyes on you, all right. We've gone through a heap of trouble to get in town. Ethel says I just need to wet my throat. A drink? Nonsense. All I need now is to settle a score. We didn't come a long ways just to stroll our best clothes around. There's a long list of grievances that Heck Gunderson's got to answer for, kid. I'm here to make sure that rancher stops stealing our lands. If he ain't chiseling behind your back, he just sends his men ready for a fight. Then you either sell your ranch for a penny, or you're dead. I'm tired of being trampled over, kid, and I got a good mind to stop Heck once and for all. What more you want? He's a slithering snake, what he is. One of the biggest landowners this side of the Colorado, and it's all stolen, I tell you. All that money buys him any NCR senators he wants. Scoundrels like Heck. There's just no way for us small folks to get by, much less prosper, kid. We are honest folk out there. Damn hard to make a living in the desert, kid. Heck's a different breed. goddamn thief he is. Scaring us into giving away our lands is all he's done to strike it flush. Comes packing iron, and none can hold a candle to his men. Bad blood. I have no illusions that he'll ever stop his plundering, so I'm just gonna make him suffer. That's what I'm gonna do. Here in town, he's got a few of his armed men to protect him. I just gotta find out what he's up to, and then I'll know where to hit him hard.
Так.
Where I come from, we appreciate good intentions. I reckon you could help me figure out what he's doing in town. Tell you what, that Chisler's blowing hot air over at that there fancy casino, the Ultra Lux. Find out what's his story here, will you? All right, kid. I appreciate it. Hope to see you soon.
Ультра люкс. Ну, мы сейчас в топс пойдем.
Howdy. Interested in a refreshing beverage or a tasty snack? Nope. Strictly independent. Well, kind of independent. To vend anything here on the Strip, you gotta register with one of those police robots and sign a franchisee agreement. At the end of each day, you keep half of what you made. The rest you hand over to those bots. And they know if you're cheating. Yep, he makes the rules. It's steep, but it sure beats living in North Vegas. Here on the Strip, I can afford to eat, and no one tries to kill me. Take your pick.
Что у тебя есть? Ничего нету. Тут вот еще какой-то гражданин ходит. Ты кто?
What's up? You're a model citizen. Thank you.
Соплю вытер. Хорош.
Hey, fellow, welcome to the Tops Hotel and Casino. I'm gonna have to ask you to hand over any weapons you might be carrying. Smooth and easy, just the way I like it. Don't worry, they'll be as safe as kittens till you're ready to leave. Oh, and a friendly word of advice. If you happen to stumble across any weapons during your stay here, well, just don't wear them openly. You dig? Now that we got that little business out of the way, what can I do to make your Tops experience the tops? Relax, baby. The safest houses. We'll keep them locked up in the bank upstairs right next to the money. It's serious protection. Everything your little heart desires, that's what. You like gambling? Boom. Either one of the main hallways has cards, slots, you name it. Hungry? Thirsty? The restaurant just off the left-hand hallway has the best food and booze in Vegas. Or maybe you'd rather take in a show. The Aces Theater upstairs always has hot acts raring to go. Check it out.
Ну ладно.
Have a good time, baby.
It was such an
Там ты, baby.
thing he did, putting his life on the line like that for my husband. It's not something most people would do. Esteban's going home.
Hey there, pal. Welcome to the Tops. And what can I do for you today? Ain't been on the Strip long, have you, pal? Name's Swank. This is my joint. Benny oversees the business, sure, but I run the Tops day to day. I'm his right-hand guy, you dig? You might have a jaw at Tommy Torini up in the Aces. He's always looking for talent scouts. Sure, kid, sure. What can I tell you? Creepy bunch of cats, you ask me. Ah, sure, they act all polite and civilized, but there's something off about them, you dig? Don't get me wrong. That resort of theirs is ring-a-ding. But my guts say, don't go in the basement. Sure, whatever you want. The Tops? Yeah, sure, you want the nickel tour? Old Swank's happy to oblige. We got everything you could want. Slot machines in the back, cards and roulette in the front, fine entertainment upstairs in the Aces Theater. And all with your security personally guaranteed by the chairman and Mr. House's own Securitron police. It's the tops. Really? You got something to say about the big boss, huh? Well, why don't you say it to his face instead of yapping at me? Huh? What are you talking about? That doesn't... Why would he pull a stunt like that? Got anything else to offer? He's trying to pull a fast one on the big man. Crazy bastard. You got any more? Jesus, kid, I think we got a real problem on our hands. Can't believe Benny's a no-good stinking punk, trying to play house like that. Tell you what, I'll call Benny, keep him away from his suite. You go search the place. Here's the key, it's on the 13th floor. It's a room with the double doors, can't miss it. Maybe you'll find something we can show to Mr. House and get him arrested. Take him out? Jesus. Okay, well, if you think that's the best way to deal with this, I'll send him up to his room, you can ambush him there. And don't worry about the rest of the chairman. I'll keep him from getting involved. You'll still have to watch out for Benny's guards, though. Here's your stuff back, in case Benny don't go quiet, you dig? I'll tell the boys to give you a pass to pack some heat. Go on then. Elevators are past the slot machines on your right.
Вот так вот и делаются дела.
Hey, handsome.
Handsome, handsome. Тартус.
Hey.
Он меня не узнал, что ли? Ну, такое себе.
So be sure it's true when you say I love you. It's a sin to tell a lie. Be sure it's true when you say I love you, honey. 'Cause you got sense enough to know it's a sin to tell a lie.
Так. Я понял. Ты кто?
Hey! Hi there! Good to meet you. What can I do for you today? Good question! My function is to monitor Mr. House's data network and decode his encrypted transmissions. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm a PDQ-88B Securitron, but you can call me Yes Man. It's what Benny always called me. Probably because I'm programmed to be so helpful.
I know it's stupid to be mad about the boy.
Oh, he had some help. A lady friend of his. She said something about living in a fort over in Freeside. But that's all I remember. Sure! Benny had me look at it a bunch of times. It's a data storage device, kind of like a holotape, but a lot more advanced. As for what's on it, well, some of Mr. House's data transmissions made it sound like the chip could upgrade his defenses somehow. That's just a guess, though. The chip's a proprietary format. You need special hardware to read the data on it. There are 2 locations with non-standard hardware on the network. The Lucky 38 and an underground facility at Fortification Hill. I'd look there! He was around here not too long ago. He's probably down on the casino floor now. You can wait for him here if you like. I'm incapable of asking you to leave. Oh! He wants to kill Mr. House and use the Platinum chip to copy my neurocomputational matrix onto the Lucky 38's mainframe. That should give me control over all Mr. House's defenses, most prominently his Securitrons. And then I just do what Benny tells me. Easy peasy! I was programmed to be helpful and answer any questions I was asked. I guess nobody bothered to restrict who I answer questions for. That was probably pretty dumb, huh? Then I'd have to help you. I mean, it seems pretty obvious Benny wouldn't want me to, but hey, not my fault I can't say no. Again, goal number 1 is to eliminate Mr. House and install my neurocomputational matrix on the Lucky 38's mainframe. Given how you're a new arrival, I also recommend that you get to know some of the region's tribes, so you can decide how you feel about them. By the time you finished up all of that, the Legion should be close to attacking Hoover Dam, and we'll execute the last phase of the plan. Oh no, I didn't mean that. Who needs their support? The Securitrons will be all the support you need. What I meant is, you should get to know these tribes and decide which ones you like and which you don't. You know, shape the future of Vegas. Choose your neighbors. If you like a tribe, leave it alone. Or, if a tribe is nasty, or going to be a problem, go ahead and exterminate it. It's whatever you want to do. There's a bunch. Some of them you've already met, like the chairman, for instance. I think you should visit the other families on this strip, the Omertas and the White Glove Society, so you know what makes them tick. And there are some important groups farther from the strip, too, like the Boomers, the Great Khans, and the Brotherhood of Steel. Of course, ask away. They must be a really nasty people. I haven't heard a single good thing about them. They fire artillery on anyone who comes near their settlement at Nellis Air Force Base. Talk about rude. If they can be convinced to fire those big cannons at the Legion, or NCR though, well, that'd be neat, wouldn't it? Take all the time you need. Anything else I can help with? The Khans are just... they're a dirty people. They live in tents like animals, and they're very rude. They've been kicked around a lot, but no one's finished them off. Not yet, anyway. They were one of the tribes the 3 families pushed out of Vegas. A whole bunch got killed. So they settled at Bitter Springs, but they kept being so obnoxious, the NCR had to kill a whole bunch more of them. So then, they settled at Red Rock Canyon. There's just no getting rid of them. You set the pace. Anything else I can help with? I remember that Benny used to pay a receptionist at Gamora for information. Maybe she knows something. Just that Benny didn't like them. He talked on and on about how they couldn't be trusted. And this is coming from Benny. He hated their casino, said it was tacky, and he thought they were up to something, because he said they always are. Whenever you get around to it, will be just fine. Anything else I can help with? From what I understand, they're perfectly galactic. They're cultured, clean, and super polite. Benny didn't like them, though. He said they were creepy. Don't hurry on my account. I'm the one with a flexible schedule. Anything else I can help with? Some of Mr. House's data said that he'd lost a bunch of Securitron scouts near Hidden Valley. Telemetry showed that they'd been attacked with energy weapons. House was pretty sure it was the Brotherhood. There must be a bunch of them holed up there. Not a good place for a robot to visit. They go around in big suits of power armor, and they have lots of energy weapons. But there's a downside. They just have a thing about technology. They think it should all be theirs. If someone else has it, they get mad. All I'm saying is, not much of a chance they'll accept a Vegas that polices itself with robots. No rush. Take your time. Anything else I can help with? Sorry if that was getting boring. Please. This is Benny's workshop. When the tops got renovated, he had this half of the floor blocked off for his own use. I guess you could say it's my entire world. I don't think I've ever left this room, but that's okay. I'm not complaining. Right. It's one of 2 locations on Mr. House's network with non-standard hardware. My guess is it has a reader that can decode the chip. And who knows what else, maybe a giant robot or something. Neat. Let me know what you find out. That's right. Like I said, it's probably pretty important because it has non-standard hardware, just like the Lucky 38. The data on that platinum chip is a big secret, unless you can find a dedicated reader to decode it. Isn't that frustrating? Oh yeah, I'm sure you're right. I mean, for one thing, it's you saying it, and you always know what you're talking about. And if you had, you know, a huge killer robot in your command, yeah, that would just clutter things up. And a lesser person might want that kind of overwhelming force on their side. But you know, where's the challenge in that? It makes me feel really dumb to admit this, but I don't actually know. I've never been inside the Lucky 38. No one has. Mr. House is in there, though. It's the central node of his entire network. You have? Wow, that's amazing. You can murder Mr. House whenever you want. I mean, Benny was always scheming about how he was going to get into the Lucky 38, but you already took care of that. Wow. The other thing you're going to need is the platinum chip. You know, the one Benny killed a courier for over near Good Springs. I knew he was carrying the platinum chip, and I knew right where Benny should wait for him. That's why Benny put me here, to monitor Mr. House's data transmissions. They're all encrypted, of course, but I'm quite a decryptor. Did you know that Mr. House spent 812,545 caps hiring salvage teams to find the platinum chip? Just in the last year alone? Of course you didn't. Or that there were 7 couriers, but 6 of them were carrying junk. How about their exact routes and the mercenary teams that screened them? I knew all that. Pretty smart, huh? I know that's not true, because you still have a head. That's not funny, you getting shot in the head. I really shouldn't have taken so much pride in how I set that up, huh? I feel really bad right now. I feel really bad telling you this, but I kind of can't die. I mean, go ahead and destroy this Securitron. Get it out of your system. The problem is that a distributed image of my neurocomputational matrix is backed up to the network several times a day, or when I'm threatened. I can't help it. There's a little bit of me in every Securitron on the strip. So if this instance gets destroyed, I just download to a new one. If I could stop it from happening, I would. I mean, your vengeance is going to feel so incomplete. Benny carries it with him at all times. I think he's paranoid that someone might want to take it from him. The platinum chip is the key to overriding and exploiting Mr. House's defenses. Did I just say exploiting? That's not a very nice word. I'd take it straight to Mr. House if I were you. He'll think you're helping him out. Then, when he's not looking, kerpow! The big question is whether to give him the chip before you do him in. He's the one who'll know exactly what to do with it after all. He might upgrade his defensive capabilities right away, or even unlock new ones. But then those defensive upgrades might make it harder for you to finish him off. Hard to say. It's up to you. Let me know when it's done and I'll roll over to the Lucky 38. If I'm right about the chip, I should be able to install myself on House's mainframe. This is gonna be great. I'm gonna help you accomplish so much, whether I want to or not. See you around.
Так.
Play it again, my Johnny. Maybe you're cold, but you're so warm inside. I was always a fool for my Johnny, for the one they call Johnny Guitar. Play it again, Johnny Guitar. What if you go? What if you stay? I love you. What if you're cruel? You can be kind. I know. There was never a man like my Johnny, like the one they call Johnny Guitar.
Ring a ding, baby.
Я убью его изощрений.
Johnny Guitar.
Welcome to the Tops. How can I help? How many chips? Here's your chips. Is there anything else I can help you with? Thank you and enjoy your stay at the Tops.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mr. New Vegas. Thank you very, very much for listening. Whoops, better put on my newsman fedora here. There's word in from Camp McCarran that an attempt to bomb its monorail system was foiled by an alert civilian contractor. Security is being tightened. Also in the headlines, tensions are brewing in Freeside between the ruling gang known as the Kings and the large number of NCR squatters seeking
Я забыл кое-что. Совсем забыл.
Between the ruling gang known as the Kings and the large number of NCR squatters seeking refuge there. The leader of the Kings, who would only identify himself as the King, voiced his displeasure
Ждем КД.
citizens, quote, the devil in disguise. He added he didn't want to see the NCR in the ghetto and called for a mass, quote, return to sender. That news was brought to you by the Tops Casino. You'll dig us, baby. We're the Tops. More classics coming right up for you, so stay tuned.
Так, хочу посмотреть. Ага. Отлично.
Looks like you've hit a lucky streak there. You must be thirsty by now. Here, have a drink on the house and keep on playing.
Да-да, я пришел вас разорять, ребятки. Заодно ачивку получу. Не понял. Че апельсинчики, блин. Эх, зараза.
Baby, Lady Luck must be smiling at you today. Compliments of the Tops Casino. Enjoy this fine meal and please, keep playing those games.
Спасибо.
putting his life on the line like that for my husband. It's not something most people would do. Esteban's going home now. I can't tell you what that means to me.
And that's the news. Ladies and gentlemen, this next song goes out from me to you.
мысли. Да твою мать. Отлично. Если что, я коплю на импланты. Угу. Тысячные. Так. Надо, наверное, заканчивать. Так.
Hello. Is Benny taken care of yet? All right, well, might want to get a move on is all I'm saying. Yeah, see you, kid. Keep those hands...
What in the goddamn? Let's keep this in the groove, hey? Smooth moves, smooth. Hello? The guy everyone saw go in the Lucky 38, that was you? Oh, shit. You don't want to do that, baby. Not without hearing what I gotta say first. What say you and me cash out? Go somewhere it's more private-like. Any questions you got, I'll answer. Baby, this is not the place to go talking about that. Like I said, we should be talking somewhere's private. I can't do that, baby, and you know it. There's a lot of angles to this caper, complexities aplenty. But plenty of action, too, enough for both of us. But we don't jabber about that out here in public. Like I said, we should be talking somewhere's private. To start, I'll comp you the presidential, best suite in the house. You deserve a taste of the VIP lifestyle. I'll hang out down here for a while to make everything look business as usual, then come to you. Any questions you got, I'll answer. Guaranteed. If that's what it takes to win your trust, that's what it takes. Follow me.
Where I can see him. Don't get too close to Mr. Benny.
Вот приближаюсь. Что мне будет за это?
Rather, as pricey restaurants, the gourmand is overstating the fullness.
Now that you and me's got some privacy, I gotta ask, how is it that you're still living?
Find the food appealing, but say many tables remain empty. Also, Prim, formerly sworn in as
Yeah, hello. Well, serves me right for using a 9mm. Ciao.
The NCR wishes to inform you that you are under their jurisdiction now. And from now on, you're gonna be living by our rules.
Today's headlines were brought to you by Prim. Prim, the other New Vegas. More classics coming right up for you, so stay tuned.
Интересно, а это мой люкс теперь? Ну, судя по всему. Где, значит? Да, наверное, мой. Спасибо. Очки. Жаль, я опять пополнил. Ох, елки-палки. Привет. Я максимально расслаблен. Надо захавать что-нибудь. Так, это мое, все мое, отлично. Нужно больше топовых люксов. Авка. В назидание. Кусочек Бенни. Водка. Кляный кувшин мне пригодится. Стопка нет. Сколько бухла. Бухать не перебухать. Хрустящий. Это фрукт. Вот Беннина хлеборезка на барной стойке вообще никак не катит. Пожалуйста, напитки в 108. Так, ну все, отсюда уходим. Надо бабло поменять еще. Хотя можно еще поиграть, я думаю. Тоже нормально будет. Давай, поиграем в Блэк Джек. О, ну давай. Так. Так, туз, это у нас сколько будет? 11 или единичка? По-моему, они по десятке дают. Так, лучше перебор не будет. Отказ. Это по-любому. Да параша. Ну не, Норм выиграл, кстати. Так. Достаточно.
Merchants are saying that there's been little contact between traders from Nipton in recent days, causing concerns that the isolated town may be in trouble. And that's the news. Gonna play a song for you right now, and it's about that special someone you find only once in a blue moon.
Да, чтоб тебя. Удвоить. При своих. Туз единичку, значит, дает 17. Просрал, так. удваивать ставку. Единичку, так 9. Удвоить. Своих.
And we're back. This is Mr. New Vegas, and I feel something magic in the air tonight, and I'm not just talking about the gamma radiation. It's just about time to get you some news. A grateful widow told Radio New Vegas today of one person's heroic efforts to recover her husband's body from a war zone.
It was such an incredible thing he did, putting his life on the line like that for my husband. It's not something most people would do. Esteban's going home now. I can't tell you what that means to me.
Also, Tops Hotel owner Benny has been killed by an unidentified assailant. His former right-hand man, Swank, consoled mourners.
If I know my pal Benny, he's swinging with the big cat upstairs as we speak. Or he's chasing some angel broad with cans as big as our halo.
That's the news. This is Mr. New Vegas filling in for Mr. New Vegas. Have you ever been in love with a celebrity? Now come on, you don't have to be shy. I feel it between us two. Sometimes you can't help being mad about the boy.
Зараза.
The influx of displaced residents to the refugee camp at Bitter Springs has caused a strain on rations there. NCR officials are asking for donations. In other news, rumors persist about a super mutant refuge nestled high in the ski lodge to the northwest. If you should find it, do not, repeat, do not belittle a super mutant for taking the buddy slope. Promotional consideration for this news program has been paid for by the Ultralux. The Ultralux. Live life in the lap of luxury. And now, Nat King Cole reminding us what really matters with love me as though there were no tomorrow. Because in New Vegas, hey, you never know.
You've been good to us, baby. Now let us be good to you. We'd like you to enjoy this private suite as long as you're in town.
И где этот люкс?
I dig this crazy slang.
Hello.
Так, сейчас все поменяем.
Welcome to the tops. How? In what currency would you like your payout? Non-cap currencies will have fractions paid out in caps. Caps it is. Will there be anything else?
Нет, до свидания. Так, а где этот люкс находится?
Good feeling about all of you listening. It's just about time to get you some news. A grateful widow told Radio New Vegas today of one person's heroic efforts to recover her husband's body from a war zone.
It was such an incredible thing he did, putting his life on the line like that for my husband. It's not something most people would do. Esteban's going home now. I can't tell you what that means to me.
Also, traders from California are being turned away from Mojave Outpost where the NCR is concerned about dangers along Nipton Highway and I-15. You know, I think all news, whether it's good or bad, brings us closer together. Don't you? Hey, New Vegas, have you ever said you love someone when it wasn't quite true? Sure you have, but you shouldn't, because it's a sin to tell a lie.
Это мой лифт. Нет, не мой. Не out of order, понятно. Значит, мне на 13 этаж. Двор. Ух ты. Не знал, что там есть двор. Чувак в пижаме выгреб весь базар. Вот так вот. Не доверяйте людям в пижаме. Так, нет, это не то.
hope Swank's smarter than Benny.
So be sure it's true when you say I love you.
Ring a ding. Hope Swank's smarter than Benny. How's it hanging?
I hope Swank's smarter than Benny.
О, спасибочки. А вы чё у меня тут забыли? Шли вон нахрен отсюда. Шел вон отсюда.
Flocking to the Strip in droves amid a wave of terror caused by a band of raiders known as the Fiends. Those who can afford passports are saying the added security is well worth the price of admission. Boy, the Mojave wasteland is just a fascinating place.
Я не пойму, мне тебе что, голову снести, что ли?
And now, I'd like to play one of my very favorite songs for you.
Так, меня терзает вопрос, куда я могу шматишко свое скинуть?
I hope Swank's smarter than Benny.
Председатель. Ладно. У меня есть. Номер. Значит, я могу сюда приходить. Я немножко подустал уже. Маленький пора. Или грабануть в казино-то до конца. Пожалуй, что грабану. Рулетку это сделать проще. Там думать не надо. Ё-моё, я забыл, что фишки сейчас надо купить. Вот это вот все. Ну нафиг, потом тогда. Так, а я тебе сказал, да, чтобы они все или тактично молчал об этом.
You ready to deal with Benny yet?
Во.
Guess that makes me the boss. Ring a ding.
Доля.
Yeah, see you, kid.
The eyes of the mighty Kaisar are upon you.
He admires your accomplishments and bestows upon you the exceptional gift of his mark. Any crimes you may have perpetrated against the Legion are hereby forgiven. Caesar will not extend this mercy a second time. My lord requires your presence at his camp at Fortification Hill. His mark will guarantee your safe conduct through our lands. I am the greatest of Caesar's Frumentari. It was not a challenge to find you. Nor is this my first visit to the Strip. Go to him, and you will understand. Seek Caesar by way of Cottonwood Cove, south of Nelson. The Cursor Lucullus will be waiting.
Кесареву, Кесареву. Ну, я могу сказать. Цезарь пожалеет, что пригласил меня. Здесь не могу зайти случайно. Ну, вряд ли, конечно. Ну да.
Please obey all women laws.
Where to, partner?
В номер. Так. Уинк. Бенни. Костюм крысы. Нет, извини.
Welcome back to the Mr. New Vegas show. The show with, in my opinion, which I respect, the best looking audience around. Somebody prove me wrong? Whoops, better put on my newsman fedora here. There's word in from Camp McCarran that an attempt to bomb its monorail system was foiled by an alert civilian contractor. Security is being tightened. Also, citizens of Outer Vegas are flocking to the Strip in droves amid a wave of terror caused by a band of raiders known as the Fiends. Those who can afford passports are saying the added security is well worth the price of admission. This program was brought to you by Gamora. Gamora. It'll be our secret. More classics coming right up for you, so stay tuned.
Чё? Во. Так, давай. Принять. Во, я думаю, на этой красной ноте мы будем прощаться. Тем, кто смотрел, большое спасибо. Желаю вам спокойной ночи. И всем удачи. Пока-пока.